What's up guys, Vini here, and today I want to show you something I'm genuinely hyped about. This is the brand new updated Bagstation XL film cart from Bagside. In this episode, I want to talk about why a film cart might be something you don't even realize you need yet. But once you get one, there's no way back. Honestly, I completely fell in love with this solution, and I can't imagine my workflow without it anymore. So yeah, let's get into it. Problem. A film cart is something I've been thinking about for a really long time in my career. And looking back now, I genuinely don't know how I was functioning without one before. There was a time when all my gear fit into one backpack. Camera, a lens or two, maybe a small light, and that was it. But as your productions grow, the quality goes up, and suddenly you need more lights, more stands, more accessories. On bigger jobs, the camera setups themselves get heavier and more complex. And with that comes one big issue: transportation. Carrying everything by hand, going back and forth to the car, trying not to forget anything, it just gets exhausting. At some point I knew, okay, it's time for an upgrade. I needed a proper solution, and that's when I decided to invest in my very first professional film cart. Finding the right cart wasn't easy. I spent a lot of time researching, comparing options, and going down internet rabbit holes. There are tons of solutions out there: cheaper DIY builds, smaller carts, and then super expensive setups that you usually see on huge commercial film sets. For me, the key word was versatility. I needed something that would work great in a studio environment, but at the same time wouldn't fall apart the moment I take it outside on a real location. One cart that can handle everything. The cart I finally went with is the Bagstation XL from Bagside, a company based in Germany. They offer two versions: the smaller Bagstation Mini and the larger XL version. I chose the XL because I know myself. I know how much gear we usually bring on set, whether I'm working solo or with a small crew. And despite being the bigger version, the size is still super practical. I can go through standard doors, I fit into elevators, no problem at all. The cart has a 250 kilogram load capacity, an aluminum frame that's lightweight but still very solid, and it's clearly designed with real film sets in mind. Without accessories, it weighs around 40 kilograms. You get 4 handcrafted 10-inch pneumatic wheels that make moving the cart smooth and controlled, plus 2 additional wheels that make transport when it's folded much easier. Setup or folding it down takes about 2 minutes, no tools needed. One really cool feature is the fold-out sidewall, which instantly turns the cart into a proper workstation. And yes, it fits perfectly in the trunk of my car, which is a huge win. These are 10-inch wheels, and they really look and feel like they can handle serious weight. The front wheels are fixed, while the rear wheels can rotate 360 degrees and have brakes, which makes maneuvering the cart super easy. Mounting them is simple. You slide the wheel into the rail and tighten it. The only small downside for me is that there's no extra safety pin to prevent the wheel from accidentally coming out. Not a deal breaker, but worth mentioning. Next, we have the vertical pipes connecting the bottom base with the top shelf. These are 40mm aluminum tubes with internal threading. When the cart is folded, they have a dedicated storage space, so nothing moves around during transport. You mount them one by inserting and tightening them. One thing I really appreciate, especially compared to some carts I've rented before, is how these vertical pipes are placed as close to the corners as possible. This gives you way more usable space on the bottom shelf. I honestly can't count how many times we were missing just 5 or 10 centimeters on other carts to properly fit light cases. Here, that extra space actually matters. The same goes for the top shelf. You just get more practical working area overall. The whole design feels very clean and intentional. Everything has its place, and you can tell this was well thought out. While working, you can also fold down the side panel of the top shelf, which is perfect if you want to use a laptop or build your camera rig directly on the cart. For this video, I also got a few accessories from Bagside that I really wanted to test. The first one is the long crossbar mounted at the back of the cart. This will allow you to mount various accessories such as a monitor or a light. Then, to mount the camera, I place the ball mount onto the 35mm tube. Here, I'm using the ball plate with a 75mm adapter, but they also offer 100mm and 150mm versions. This setup is great because you can mount your camera, build the rig, and safely transport everything together without taking it apart. I like to keep the top shelf as organized as possible because I hate wasting time on set looking for small things. That's why I added the storage trough large on the side. Perfect for screws, tools, and all those tiny accessories that always disappear. I also added the stand hanger, which is great for headphones, cables, or anything you want to have within reach. On the front, I mounted threaded rail plates, so I can quickly add smaller accessories whenever I need them. I'm also thinking about adding a dedicated stand holder in the future. If you'd like to see how I keep upgrading and modifying this cart in future episodes, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Any support really means a lot. We all know how much we value well-designed, organized tools in our line of work. The Bagstation XL from Bagside is not only extremely solid, but it also looks great. You can clearly tell this cart was designed by filmmakers for filmmakers. If you have any questions about the cart, drop them in the comments. I'll try to answer everything. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.